I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me.
Welcome all.
Had to
This is the
rise up
Australian
just so they
Indie
could see
Wrestling
me.
Show. Fellow wrestlers, tradies, event support staff, friends, foes, and everyone in between. If you have a topic, you can reach out to the Don. Maybe you saw him in sunny Queensland, but bending a banana or two this weekend. The Don, how are you?
I'm good. We're actually in New South Wales.
Oh, New South
Uh,
Wales. My bad.
Yes, correct. It's close to Queensland, but not quite Queensland. And we went over there and had a wonderful time. And many interesting things happened. One thing is, I'm fairly sure I will be on Botchamania in the I Am the Table spot, because we had a table that decided it was tougher than me. Tried 3 times to make it bend to our will, but it did not at all. And then I gave up and sold out of the ring and went, nah, the table's stronger than me. So that was
really?
good. Yeah, no, we started the finish of the match, supposed to be the double stomp through the table, and I just sort of stayed on the table, got double stomped. Then I mentioned to my opponent, just powerbomb me through if it doesn't work. That was Renegade, and he powerbombed the absolute shit out of me, and the table cracked and a lot of dust flew out of it, and it did not break. So I was like, that's it, fellas, we're going home, that's it, end of the match. And then offered me one more time, we'll give you the Ric Flair, do your own bump through the table. Table still said no, sold out of the ring and went, I'm going to merch and I'm going to try and sell some t-shirts.
Oh, don't disable me in Coffs Harbour.
Yeah, that's it. It was going through my mind, like, if this is my last match, as good as it was, not the one I want to end it on.
Oh my! But why don't you tell a bit about, tell us a bit from the man who lived it. How was your trip to Coffs Harbour? Did you travel with Target, your tag team partner, or did you go separately?
We went separately. He went early with his partner, and they stayed in Brisbane the day before and did some activities that I'm not aware of because I wasn't there.
Did some Brisbane things that lovers do.
That's it. And then I went on the Friday evening, kept it late as I still had to work. Much as wrestling in this podcast keeps my interest, it doesn't pay the bills. So I actually had to work to pay the gimmicks. And Friday night, getting ready to take off. It was Halloween as well. Did the trick-or-treating. The kids came by and gave me out some lollies and candy. And then, getting ready for my flight. And I get a message on my phone saying your flight has been delayed by an hour. And I was like, that sucks. And then not long after that, I got another message. Your flight has been delayed by 2 hours. I was like, well, maybe I can just stay home. But in the information that they give you, they said, please make sure you're there at your regular boarding time in case there are some changes. And if you can guess, there were no changes. My flight left at 1:20 in the morning Perth time, which was a great
Nothing
start.
changed.
No, nothing changed. It left at 1:20.
Did it leave without you?
No, it did not leave without me. I was there for 3 hours at the Perth domestic airport getting ready to go. And so that was my Friday evening, Saturday morning, I guess, as well. And then even though
I think I
I'm
said to you, anyone coming out of Adelaide this weekend is having flight troubles because Adelaide Airport went into chaos this week. So anyone coming out of Adelaide would have had more issues than you getting out of Perth.
Yeah.
We just want to get out of the shit states and go to one of the good states, guys. Come on.
They won't let us. So finally jumped on the plane. I am 99.99% sure that I booked myself an aisle seat, and I found myself in the middle seat, which is never a good spot to be in. As far as I'm concerned, the ranking goes number 1 aisle, number 2 window, and the last thing I want to be is the person in the middle of 2 strangers.
Did you check the tickets of those 2 strangers, or did you just go?
Yeah, no, I checked my ticket. My ticket said that I was in the middle. And
how did that happen?
I don't know, man. How did my flight get delayed? I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, they offered me an emergency exit seat, And I said, yes, please. And they get, oh, no, you already got one. So
That's too
you
much
stay where you are.
responsibility, mate. That's too much responsibility.
There is no responsibility. If the plane's going to crash, you're dead anyway. So there's no point worrying about it. Take the island, get the extra leg room, and enjoy your life.
You heard it here. Don't give Dom the emergency exit. He won't save you. He won't even be
Well, it's
invested.
easy. Just open the door and throw it outside, and then I'll be the first out of the plane. That's the best thing about the emergency thing. I'm the first one out.
Don't shoot.
That's it. So no shoot. Just open the door. I figure they don't want you to open the door until you're on the floor anyway. So if you make it to the floor and you're not dead, they want you to open the door, get it out of the way, and then exit as fast as possible. Leave everything behind, but I keep all my good personal items close by. How's it going the overhead?
You're one of those people.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, I need my shit, man. You know how inconvenient it is to lose your cards or your phone?
Yeah, that'd be super inconvenient to lose it, like, just over the flight path of Perth to Queensland. You know, you just crash into the desert and, you know, all those places you can use an ATM card in the desert, Don. That would come in real fucking handy.
No, fuck you. It's not even using an ATM card in the desert. It's just generally... Say you crash and you live and you survive and you're in the desert and they pick you up. Then you get home, you're like, I've survived all that trauma. Now I need to buy a new phone. I need to go get new bank cards. I need to reissue my license. I can't do nothing.
Yeah, none of that'll burn up in the crash. But you gotta be like that one guy who walked out miraculously out of the crash with your credit cards and your cash, ready to have a great time in Alice Springs. Sorry guys, didn't quite make it.
Yeah, so I land in Brisbane Airport. I get picked up. We take off. It's a 4-hour drive. Not a bad drive. There's lots of nice vegetation around in Brisbane and New South Wales. And, you know, we're cruising along the highway. Get there, no dramas. Get put up at a nice hotel. PWR really looked after us, you know, get put up in this fancy, like, what would you call it? Like a holiday home thing inside a hotel, 2-story chalet, I guess you'd call it.
What was it called?
The whole weekend, every time anyone asked me, I messed up the name. I keep going to say Anunnaki, but it's not Anuka.
Boca Vista?
Anuka Vista. Boca del Vista. No, the Anuka Resort or something like that. And but yeah, got there, dropped our stuff, grabbed what we needed for the show, took off to the venue, pulled up at the Woolworths, and it was the area we stayed. It was like all these hills to get, and then we got to the flat, and that's where the Coffs Harbour, the show was at. It's called C.Ex Coffs, and we just called it C.Ex Coffs because that's what it read, C.Ex. And yeah, great, nice venue. The weird thing about the eastern states compared to Perth is they have a lot of pokies.
Yeah.
So a lot of places, that's a great revenue thing. So they have these really fancy venues that are filled with pokey machines, and then these nice ballrooms or whatever that they've got attached to it that you can use for wrestling, which is awesome. It's just gambling, you know, not the greatest thing to be.
It's definitely a culture shock when you come over from the West and see like everything going diddling.
Yeah, like all the RSLs and stuff, they're all really fancy because they're pumped up on that that pokey money. But yeah,
fantastic good
venue. Yeah, we're upstairs. The venue, like a giant screen behind, 2 small screens either side, so there's plenty of places to see what's happening. The ring was set up, guardrails and stuff, which I highly recommend to anyone who has a wrestling show or doing shows in places. Guardrails, chef's kiss, separates the people from the action so that you can do a little bit more without worrying about killing someone.
That's right. Keep the beardos and weirdos at bay with guardrails. Don's brand of guardrails.
Yes. Any kind of guardrails, it'd be great.
Right. Just any kind, sorry.
Then the backstage was massive. We weren't tucked in a corner or anything. It was fantastic. We had spot, and there was like bathrooms and change rooms and stuff. Really, really great venue. There was even catering, but I'm assuming catering doesn't happen much in Queensland because it was gone basically by the first match. Everyone tucked right into catering. So
What kind of catering was it? Was the illustrious sushi return or what?
I didn't see any sushi, but I didn't see much of it because, like I said, it was all gone. But there was some like really fancy cookies, some like lollies and stuff, some like
Fancy cookies and lollies.
yeah, and wraps. But then again,
wraps,
like I said,
okay, yeah.
like I said, majority of it was gone before I even got there. So soft drinks and water and stuff like that as well. So they were well kept up with the water. There's no Watergate in Queensland like we had in Perth a few years ago.
Remind the viewers, what's Watergate?
Watergate, there was a company in Perth that either did or didn't have water backstage, and someone complained about it, and someone got up in arms about it. So there was a big controversy about not having water backstage.
Like I would have told him to settle down, mate. There's a fucking hose out the back, eh?
Yeah. Just go turn on the tap in the bathroom, brother. There's
What's
plenty
wrong
of water.
with people these days?
Yeah.
Just
but anyway,
drink from the tap.
Yeah. But yes, super cool venue. So 18, wasn't an 18 plus show, but they had a liquor license, so there was adults and kids and just a vast array of different people in the venue.
So it's like a varsity burger joint.
Almost, but not. Like there wasn't like a food
it's just
there.
fucking like a plate.
There was a bar, like a proper bar just outside the door of the venue, like in the lobby, with like beer taps, and they're really quite good. There was even like a bar backstage in the section where we were, which opened up at the end of the night once everyone wrestled. They didn't open it before, so that people wouldn't get on the piss and then go wrestle, because that's just not safe. It's dangerous. If you know anyone who takes a drink before a match, please alert everyone, because that is unsafe and shouldn't be happening, and that person should be fucking blackballed from wrestling.
I've seen matches where people are drinking the fermented vegetable juice halfway through it. Does that count?
Not the greatest, but
not a fan.
Not a fan, because it can impair your judgment, it can impair your skills. I don't think you should be doing it.
Like Sandman or Stone Cold, just fucking smashing before and after.
Yeah, look,
During.
It's a cool gimmick, but definitely should be drunk before you wrestle.
There you go. Heard it from the Don. To be drunk around. Don't walk up to him with your Irish coffee breath.
Yeah.
And tell him you're his opponent. He'll sock you in the face. He'll tag you for real.
So again, we're there. We're at the show. We go have a match. We're brawling on the outside. And we've been asked politely, not forced or anything, but please don't swear. There are kids in the audience.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
I'm brawling. I'm working with JJ Avery, good young kid who's got a bright future ahead of him, but again, young, so he's still getting his reps up. And a guy very close to me looks at me in the eyes and yells, "Twist his dick."
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude.
You too much. Twist that dick!
Twist his dick!
Twist his dick!
Oh my god.
Oh, dick twist!
And I looked him dead in the eyes and said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then we carried on. So that was, I feel like, an acceptable swear on the night.
That was your interaction with the good people of Coffs Harbour, was it?
Yeah, it was. But then the merch desk, everyone was lovely, having a great time. Sold some merch and took some photos, and it seemed like everyone was having a fantastic time. For anyone who doesn't know, though, I highly recommend looking up any of Mitch Ryder's matches. Champion human being, amazing wrestler, has been to and from Japan a few times recently. I think definitely a guy we're lucky to have in Australia, should be wrestling everywhere. He had a match with Craven, a guy who I've known for years, and great bloke, as well as a guy from Dubai. His name was Shaheen, very, very good worker. That match itself, like if this comes out on YouTube, at the very least, watch that match. That was the main event. Those guys absolutely killed it. It was great to see when we turned up, ran into Solomon Blackwell. He was also in a three-way match. And I should have written this down beforehand. My preparation for this is not what it should be, but he had a really, really great match. Another three-way. And Solomon Blackwell, just amazing. Just different style of wrestling that he presents in Perth and when he wrestles in Queensland. So just phenomenal work there. So the show itself was actually great.
Well, yeah, hopefully it'll come out on YouTube soon because we saw all around the interwebs that it was sold out.
Yeah, no, they
So,
building up during the day, kept getting reports of the ticket sales numbers and just kept growing and growing and growing. And yeah, they completely sold the building out. Like there's obviously liquor licensing and stuff like that and capacity limits. Yeah, they sold out. It was great. It was a packed house. Everyone was making heaps of noise, having a great time.
yeah, they put out about 450 people turned up. So
I think it's yeah.
So that was pretty
I think
mad.
they got I thought it was closer to 500 from what I
Oh,
heard.
nice. Well, yeah, all packed into that small arena. Probably
Yeah,
certainly feels like an extra 50 people in there, Don.
definitely. But yeah, great time.
Especially when you're getting requests from the crowd.
Twist his dick!
Oh my god.
Oh, dick twist!
Yeah. Well, they're not getting that request no matter what they say. But yeah, so great night. Then afterwards, there's a couple of bevies at the venue, which was all there and like just really, really cool. Having chats with guys, they packed down the ring, took off out, and I was like, man, I want to go for a feed because in that 24-hour time slot, all I'd eaten was a sausage roll from a random bakery between Queensland and New South Wales,
Oh, shit.
and then a few lollies and bits and pieces, but not actually a meal. But we left it too late. Most places were closed. Someone told us there was a 24-hour Guzman and Gomez, and
someone lied.
And so, yeah, somebody lied because I was prepared for a burrito and some corn chips and some queso. I was
Your
like,
vegetable chicken, fucking false chicken shit. Sure, it's fucking. Where else am I gonna go?
yeah, I was just keen. I was so hyped, and we ended up catching an Uber.
I swear, can I just say that Guzman and Gomez stuff? Like someone said, try this new chicken that's made out of wheat or something, or corn syrup, or I tried it. It's the most processed food I've ever fucking tasted. Hey, like tasted so chemically, and just like how is this healthy? How the fuck is this healthy?
It's not healthy. It's just not chicken. It's for the people who
just
don't want to
not
harm
there.
animals. So give me chicken or give me death. I like my real protein. But so we turn up to Guzman and Gomez, and it is 24 hours in the drive-through. The restaurant was not open. So good old classic trusty McDonald's just down the road. We went down, sat and chatted shit, had a feed.
You went all that way from McDonald's.
I enlightened a few people to the wonders of the movie The Godfather and how it's possibly the greatest movie ever made. We just, But word of warning, for anyone traveling to Coffs Harbour, fantastic place, loved it, had a great time. But don't try and get an Uber after midnight.
What are you turning into a gremlin?
You won't get one.
Oh, you won't get one?
No, not at all. You can try the XL, you can try the Uber Black or whatever, the Comfort, the just the regular Uber, Uber Green. They just
you tried the irregular Uber?
Yeah, just any Uber. They will not turn up. I saw heaps of like door dashes rocking up and leaving.
See, that's where you made your mistake. You should have ordered a pizza to go and fucked off to your hotel room on the back of a DoorDash. What's wrong with you?
Hey, look, man, we're not all as worldly as everyone else. That probably would have worked out well. But then we found our way back to where we were staying, and then went to sleep. The harsh, this was probably about 1 a.m. as well.
Are you going to recount when you were asleep?
Hey?
Are you going to recount your dreams to us or something?
Yes, all of my dreams. No, I didn't dream because the sleep was so thick. And then the harsh light of the morning woke me up early. We went for breakfast at the Big Banana. And I'll just let you all in on a secret.
Explain the Big Banana to us.
It's not actually a banana. It's made of wood. It's all lies.
Oh.
Yeah, disappointed. No, I'm not disappointed. It's cool. I didn't know what to expect when we rocked up to the Big Banana. I just thought, they'll have that big thing there, and there'll be
lots of banana flavored goodies and stuff.
Yeah,
a bit of banana.
They have a full restaurant there where you can get a chocolate coated banana. But I just got some breakfast, and then, but what I needed protein, man. But what they do have, it's like a
I
full
choose the
fun fair.
non-fun option.
Yeah, the non-fun option. I just needed sustenance. But the cool thing was they had all kinds of stuff there. They had a 4D cinema. They had a laser tag. They had mini golf. They had water slides. They had toboggans. I actually am disappointed. I should have just planned for that day to stay at the Big Banana for the day, go back to the hotel, and then fly out the next day. That's if I had it all over again.
Sounds like a themed Westfield.
No, it is absolutely awesome. I just did not expect anything there, and plenty of banana merchandise. As much as you could possibly want.
And a big banana.
Yeah. Oh, there was like a big flood. The guys, Wakehol's Most Wanted, actually went to the Big Banana and bought some bananas for the match, a fluffy banana for the match, and just some Coffs Harbour merchandise. You know, helping to sell the whole thing. And there from the Big Banana, straight to the airport. My flight said it was at 4:45 on all my documentation. Making sure I get there on time. It's a 4-hour drive. Didn't want to be late. I rock up there, and my flight is now at 6:10.
Oh, you should have showed them your documentation.
Well, it all changed. It's all in the ether. I should have had a screenshot of it when it said 4:45.
Oh.
But 6:10 was my flight. So again, I'm there for several hours waiting, and not my proudest thing in the world, but I've been smoking since a young age, and now I'm onto the vapes. So I need to exit the building and come back in a span of that much time. I need to have a quick break instead of just sitting around waiting for the flight. And then so I take off, have my vape, come back in, and for some reason, you know that last time you've been on a plane, you have those scanners you stand in front of, and you got to stand like a scarecrow.
Yeah, the security stand. They make you stand like that. Hey, it's fucking weird.
Nice and loose there. So the first time I went through, I was all green. No worries, all gravy. They scanned my gear. My gear was fine. There's nothing unsavory or nasty that they needed to check out. Second time I went through, there was a giant red patch over, can you guess, my crotch.
Oh, wow, dude. Did your Prince Albert come back to haunt you?
That's it. It did. My dream of Prince Albert has now screwed me over at security. You
originally pitched Tensai, didn't you?
So I had the wonderful experience of getting frisk searched in Brisbane by the security, and I didn't even have to buy the man dinner. So that was my sexy security.
No, he's meant to buy you dinner, not you buy him dinner, and then you let him frisk you. That's no, you've got that wrong. No wonder you didn't get your dinner.
I didn't get my dinner.
Yeah, you went about it all wrong. You were like, here, mister, and a bit of this.
Yeah. I didn't get dinner bought for me. I just spent $20 on a sandwich and a Pepsi because airport.
And got molested at the Brisbane airport.
Airport extortion needs to end. They are extorting people out of their money because they get to the airport and they clear security, and then their flights are delayed for 2 hours. What are they going to do? If they want to eat or drink, they have to be extorted by the airport. And
it's a different landing. So when you get back there, and they're like, "Oh, you want that McDonald's? $24." Hey, you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And like a bit of noodles and rice is like $24 or $15. It just fluctuates hugely.
And I tell you what, if the prices were better, people would plan to go and eat there. Do you know what I mean? They'd be like,
no one's planning to go to eat at an airport. It's like those weird people that tell you they're going to IKEA for lunch to eat the fucking Swedish meatballs. Hey, we're off to IKEA for lunch. Oh, are you now? You fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Lunch for two at IKEA. We started off by grabbing some salads. Then we headed over to the main course, which was meatballs, potatoes, some peas, and cranberry sauce. Then I grabbed some kavita. Then enjoyed the food with a view.
No, but if there were the right price, there's plenty of nice food there. Like there was some continental rolls and some nice sandwiches that I would have loved to get. But they wanted $17 for a continental roll.
Yeah, that's like 5 times what it takes to make it, hey?
I just cruised on by. I'm not buying that shit.
I just cruised on by. You're coming out of roll.
On by.
All in all, good people, you're saying?
Yes, that's it. All in all, good people. great experience, great time. Was well looked after by my peers and the promoter, and
Oh, that's good to hear.
yeah, it was. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I would probably spend, like I say, if I went back to Coffs Harbour, I'm spending a day at the Big Banana.
Oh, you're seeking out the Big Banana this time.
Yeah, no, if I'm going there again,
Well, I tell you what, why don't you take your friend from security to the Big Banana, and
he can take me.
He can take. He
Buy
owes you a
my
dinner. He owes you a dinner. He owes you the dinner for
chocolate-covered banana.
Owes you a dinner for the touch-up. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, like I say, fantastic, and the show's epic. The booking was great. The show was great. Ran into some really great people. I actually had only seen a couple of weeks ago in Perth. The Devil's Double, Jesse Daniels, was good to bump into him. Billy Mack, Craven. Who else was there that I bumped into? Christina Cade. Little Mars was there. All just great people. Met for the first time, like I say, the Renegade. Waycole's Most Wanted I met last year at the AEW show. Great blokes. Who else did I run into? Met JJ Avery for the first time. The kid's got a bright future ahead of him. And the list of the rest of the people. Bobby Bishop, running into him and Jess. They're great people. Always got time for those guys. Great holiday, great weekend, great wrestling. Plenty of road stories and shit that will never surface. But the rest is, I've told you everything I can legally tell you.
Well, there you go. Sounds like you had a great weekend at Coffs Harbour. We'll look forward to that coming out. Chaos at the Coffs Pro Wrestling League in a couple of weeks on the YouTube. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
And another one that went off on the weekend was Dude, Where's My Ring?
Yes, Bjorn was out of town for that.
Yeah, it looked sold out, so that was a good one. Great George versus Rev Nosferatu. They're all dressed up and all that. So, if you look at a couple of the photos, so we'll have to wait till that comes out as well. If they do just starting to release a few more of the videos. So get onto that. Go give them a like and a subscribe. And while you're there, give us a like and a subscribe, you dicks. So, there you go.
We're all right.
Well,
we haven't done a lot of controversy lately, so that's what piqued everyone's interest for a minute. But I'm sure we'll get right back around it at some stage.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Well, speaking of something a little bit different, I caught some footage of Deathmatch Down Under stopping a bus in Northcote on the weekend at their fucking we're not here to fuck spiders gig now. I saw the crowd and I was like, oh well, at least they're getting a crowd. Obviously the beardos and the weirdos come out for that. So, there was a bit of a crowd. And then I saw this footage, I've showed it to you, it's Mr. Weaver coming out, Mike Weaver, and some other guy, Joel Bateman, and they're all the best of the deathmatch dudes are out there, stopping the local public transport, making sure the local government knows good and well about wrestling and how well it's going, spilling out onto the streets. It's so popular, Don. It's so popular. It's just spilling out onto the fucking streets. It's stopping traffic, stopping passers-by, just dudes covered in blood coming out of a well-known Northcote venue. You saw it. What do you have to say about it, Don? Because you were like, well, what is going on over there? You can do that?
Yeah, look, I don't know. I
don't think you can.
I hope my face says it all. Not a huge fan of. I don't mind deathmatch stuff in the right places and done well and shit like that. Like, never been a huge fan of like deathmatch tournament shows and stuff because of the elevation that you need to take to match before you've gone through 10 light tubes.
It gets all samey, hey? You
have to go through 20 light tubes, and the next match has to go through 30 light tubes, and then the next match has to be covered in fucking light tubes, and it's like the escalation just leads to fucking death and injury, to be honest. I've already, to be honest, come into that with not the greatest outlook. There's obviously a market for it, and there's people out there who will froth it and go and see it. Hell, even fighting outside, like fighting out of the venue, I'm not against. But when you park yourself in the middle of the street, you're blocking traffic.
Well, there was one guy lying up, sprawled across a bus. You know, like absolutely, and there was like, you know, like selling on the front of the bus. Like, what the fuck is that bus driver thinking? Like, I'm sure he's getting on the blower. Like, hey, you know, there's a bunch of fucking idiots covered in blood on the street out here. It looks like a fucking game fight. Like, you know, and while it's cool to think, oh, you know, we had a bit of a moment like WCW back in the day or something. Like, you know, that's not really what's happening. In reality is you're just fucking giving everyone a bad name and waiting for the cops to come down and what's going on here? Oh, just some wrestling.
Yeah. Like, had someone not been paying attention as you bust out of that door and cleaned you up with their car, that's on you. Like,
they were stopping a car. There was a car before the bus, and that car drove around them. Like they were like, "Fuck that." You could see it on their face, the way they were driving erratically to get away from these people covered in blood coming at them. Must have looked like the fucking goddamn zombie apocalypse for a second, you know? Like,
yeah. I thought it was fucking dumb, and that's it.
Yeah, definitely dumb.
Yeah.
Well, like if you want to see it done right, and like most of us are here to see it done right, you know.
Yeah.
And do it sort of in a fashion that can be shown on YouTube. Check out Queensland Wrestling Alliance. I caught that during the week. I caught a bit of IWA, International Wrestling Australia. I caught that during the week.
Yeah.
I caught a bit of Slam. What does that stand for? Slamoo or something? No.
Slam. It's just Slam.
Just Slam. Okay,
Slam
so I caught a bit of that during the week. And of course, I caught Adelaide Championship Wrestling, ACW, Pick Your Poison. They're getting in preparation, gearing up for their big one, Eminence, at the end of the year. So that was also an interesting watch as well, you know.
Yeah.
So a few of the feds have released YouTube videos during the week. I can only fit 4 on during a week. Fucking YouTube guidelines, you motherfucker. But anyway, I'll try and add a few more in the things as I go across them. But all you have to do is subscribe, and then you can keep up with all these feds by yourself. And maybe even start a channel where you want to review some of them yourself. Hey, you never know. We don't do that. You have to go to other channels and listen for a couple of hours for reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe you want to start one and start reviewing yourself. It would be good if someone in Queensland or someone in IWA or someone in Queensland or New South Wales or Adelaide started a show who knew what they were fucking talking about and could help us out a little. So that would be cool. I'd watch that.
One cool thing as well for people to check out, hit up EPW's Instagram or Facebook. They've actually given a code out so that you can watch the Super Show for free.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
On Vimeo, yeah.
I'll put that up if I can find it. Why don't you send me the link? Help a brother out, Don.
Just popped into my brain.
Remember when I helped you out with that thing and you wanted to kill me? Like, fucking...
Yeah. So we're here to support each other. It's all about support.
Yeah, the roles are reversed and all of a sudden we're here to support each other. Hey?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I see how it works with the Don. Well, Don, if that's the case, get us out of here with the fucking wrap around the week, would you?
That's it. All right, all set for the wrap around the country. If you haven't caught any wrestling this week, there's plenty to catch this weekend. So we'll start off in the ACT, Extreme Capital Wrestling, November to Remember, Saturday, November 8th. Swing on the up or the out, I guess, to New South Wales. The International Wrestling Australia Fighting Spirit 5 is on Friday, November 7th. Pro Wrestling Australia Let Them Fight 5 and Viral Food Fest is Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th and Sunday, November 9th. So that's a whole weekend.
8th and 9th are at the Viral Food Festival.
Yes.
Yep.
Even though November 7th, I think, is at Viral as well.
But,
Let Them Fight 5 is also happening. They've got a lot Then we're on our way north to Queensland. Atomic Pro Wrestling have November Reign, Saturday, November 8th. Queensland Wrestling Alliance have Legacy also on Saturday, November 8th. Swinging all the way down to SA, Deathmatch Down Under have the nosebleed section.
Well, don't be so. Don't get public transport to that. You might get your bus stopped by a few wrestlers.
That's it. You might not make it. Friday, November 7th, Victoria Peak Pro Wrestling. Blame it on the boogie. Thursday, November 6th. Adrenaline Pro Wrestling Breakout 62 is Friday, November 7th. And Renegades of Wrestling Final Fight is Sunday, November 9th. In WA, you can come and see me in Northam at Southern Territory Wrestling's Super Clash on November 8th. And Lucha Fantastica is on another roll again, whipping around the country. Day of the Dead Fiesta is Saturday, November 8th.
So, Don, no inside information on the Super Clash at Northern?
The inside information I can give you, sir, is that there will be no Southern Cross Championship defense. I will only be there for a non-title match against the Great George. Other insider information, Mawabi is coming from North America to face the Philippine Dream Julio. There is a bunch of advertising out at the moment in local papers and radio and stuff like that, as well as all over the internet. I'm looking forward to a huge weekend. I'm hoping it's going to be packed out. Their second shot in Northern, their first shot in Northern with the Don, so the ticket sales are going to triple. That's it for the wrap around the country. That's it for the Australian Indie Wrestling Podcast. Shout out real quick to Michael Lee for hitting us up with the wrap around the country and being an all-round champion human being.
Completing the grand slam of announcing.
That's
every city now. Everywhere.
City, every country, every state in the country. Big ups to my boy down there. Thanks everyone for listening. Make sure you give us a like and a subscribe if you like what you're hearing. If you don't like what you're hearing, send a few comments. Hit us up, see if anything you want to hear about, anything you don't agree with what we're saying. Maybe even if you just agree and think we're doing a great job.
No one thinks that.
I had fun calling people. Hey,
no one thinks that.
That's fine. No, I had fun calling people out on their shitty comments. I also would like to pump people up for their positive comments. So next week we're going to have a quick look at what people are saying to us and about us. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Oh wait, no, we won't see you next week. Make sure you get out to some local wrestling. Support it if you like it. Buy a ticket. Tell your friends. Get around it. If you like a certain wrestler, make sure you get to the merch table like a bunch of people did at PWL and bought DNT merch, because that money goes straight into my wrestling fund. It means I can maybe go and do some more wrestling somewhere else. We'll help your favorite wrestlers live out their wrestling dream. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next week.